morning, Brisas Geckos. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. I hope you had a great weekend this weekend, and I'm looking forward to our last week of school this week, and I hope you are too. All right, we wanted to start out with a congratulations to one of our teacher candidates. We know where she's going next year, and it's going to be staying home at Brisas. We are so excited to welcome Mrs. Frye. She was a teacher candidate with ASU in Miss Foster's kindergarten class last year, and she is staying on with us as a new hire in our kindergarten class for next year. So congratulations, Miss Frye. We are so excited to keep you at Brisas. Well, here is a picture of Miss Frye. Just like everything else, she had to celebrate virtually, right? So she was with her family at home celebrating her graduation from ASU recently. Here she is. Congratulations again, Miss Frye. We are excited to have you, and we know you will be a perfect gecko. All right, next up we had some Guess Who's for you, two last time. Who do you think these Brisas Geckos grew up to be? We had a few good guesses, but here is the big reveal. Like we said on Friday, we had so many different shares with Guess Who's that we are going to do 3 today and 3 tomorrow, and those will be your last Guess Who's of the 1920 school year. So here are 3 more Guess Who's for you to enjoy. Who do you think these Brisas Geckos grew up to be?
When I was a kid, I had a peach tree in my yard. I've lived in AZ since I was 3. I have a musical family, and I was on the drum line in high school. I was on the track team from 4th grade till 8th grade. If I wasn't a teacher, I'd be a vet. Can you guess this, Brisas Gecko? I could eat sushi or pizza every day. The only pet I've ever had was a fish. My favorite year in school was 2nd grade. And can you guess this, Brisas Gecko? I was a swimmer in high school. My favorite snack is cheese and crackers. I love to vacation at the beach. I enjoy watching sports of any kind, and I don't have any pets. Who am I? Have fun guessing.
Who do you think those Brisas Geckos grew up to be? Well, it's fun to guess. Let us know your guesses, and tomorrow we will have the reveal as well as 3 more of our last Guess Who's for the 1920 school year. Thank you, teachers, for sending those. It's been fun guessing. All right, families, well, we want to make sure you are joining us sometime this week, either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, for distribution of student materials. All of your child's items have been bagged up safely. If they had a yearbook, it's going to be bagged up for them. If they had medication left at school or any of their other belongings, it's all been safely bagged up and ready to be distributed to you. So we want to make sure that you are coming to see us at the right time, and know that we are going to be practicing safe guidelines to make sure that we are staying safe in that distribution and that your families are staying safe during that time as well. So you'll see your teachers in masks, in gloves, keeping a safe distance and doing everything that they can under those health guidelines to keep us all safe. So Tuesday, we're going to be seeing families with the last names A through L at 7 in the morning until 9 o'clock in the morning. And then families with the last names M through Z, you can come Tuesday from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. If you prefer a different time or the opposite time of that, then come Wednesday. Wednesday, those times are going to be swapped. So families with last names M through Z, we're going to see you from 7 to 9. And families with the last names A through L, we're going to see you in the afternoon from 4 to 6. On Thursday, we have times open for all families of all last names to be able to distribute materials with Apprende. So if you have an older sibling that attends Apprende and they need to get their things back as well, please wait and come on Thursday. You can come from 7 to 9, or you can come from 4 to 6 and get your things back as well as your Apprende siblings' things back. We're doing distribution together on that day for combined families. All right, so we hope to see you then. We're looking forward to seeing you. It's been a long time since we have seen each other in person. We're going to be staying safe, but it will be nice to see some familiar faces, even if it's just from your cars with a wave as you go by. All right, next up we have a read aloud from Miss Cluff. She was one of our teacher candidates for Miss Bergers in 3rd grade, and she has this story she would like to share.
I wanted to share a story of a scientist who had worked really hard on protecting sharks. You know, Earth Day is about protecting our environment and the animals and people and plants that live here. And she's one that took the responsibility of helping sharks. So this book is called Shark Lady. It's this true story of how Eugenie Clark became the ocean's most fearless scientist. It's written by Jess Keating, and the illustrations are by Marta Alvarez Miguens. And this is published by Source Books Jabberwocky. So it was a Saturday, and Eugenie wanted to stay at the aquarium forever. She wanted to smell the damp, salty air and stare at the glittery rainbow of fish. She wanted to keep watching her favorite animals, the sharks. See the shark? Eugenie pretended she was walking on the bottom of the sea. What would it be like to swim with her sharks, to breathe underwater with gills of her own? More than anything, she wanted to find out. When the summer came, Eugenie's mother took her to swim at the beach in Atlantic City. Stuffing sticky gum into her ears to keep the water out, Eugenie dove down, down, down. The salt stung her eyes, but she didn't want to miss a single fish. Constellations of sea stars speckled the pebble sand. She imagined a silvery fin standing strong on her back, slicing through the ocean current. To others, sharks were ugly and scary, but Eugenie knew they were beautiful. As she glided through the cool water, she wished everyone could see sharks through her eyes. But the sharks were only in her mind for now. Eugenie decided to learn everything she could about them, so she dove. You can see all the different fish and plants she found in the ocean. So she dove, this time into books. Whale sharks, nurse sharks, tiger sharks, lemon sharks. Eugenie wanted to know about them all. She also joined the Queens County Aquarium Society as its youngest member. Eugenie's notebooks were filled with sharks. They swam in her daydreams and on the margins of her pages. At home, Eugenie's mother surprised her with an aquarium of her own. A 15-gallon tank was much too small for sharks, but Eugenie saved her allowance to buy guppies, clownfish, and coral red snails. It felt as big as an ocean in her room. Their small apartment became an aquarium, a laboratory, and a sanctuary. You see all the fish that she's collected for her aquarium. As she grew older, many were still telling Eugenie what to do. Forget those sharks, be a secretary, be a housewife. Eugenie wanted to study zoology, but some of her professors thought women weren't smart enough to be scientists or brave enough to explore the oceans. And they said sharks were mindless monsters. Eugenie knew better. Her dream was as big as a whale shark. So again, Eugenie dove. You can see she's incredibly determined to make her dreams come true. She plunged into every course she could. Her laboratory became her home. From sunrise to sunset, she studied how fish grew, how they behave, and how they were put together both inside and out. Despite all the people who didn't believe in her, Eugenie was becoming one of the smartest students in her field. Even after she earned her degree, many still doubted her. There she is, getting her degree. In Isla Majoris, she dispelled the myth that sharks must keep moving to stay alive. When she swam through dark caves, still and silent, full of resting sharks, Eugenie's daring heart grew bolder with each dive. Soon they began to call her Shark Lady. Eugenie had proven she was smart enough to be a scientist and brave enough to explore the oceans. So here she found sharks resting, dispelling the myth that they had to keep swimming. As her courage grew, she began to love and understand her beloved sharks more and more. But she never forgot many still believed that sharks were mindless killers. Because of their scary reputations, humans were hunting sharks all over the world. Eugenie knew that sharks weren't stupid or mean. She was determined to prove everyone wrong. You see headlines of them being dangerous and food, shark food, but she is going to make a difference. Eugenie fished through her mind and devised a brilliant experiment. Could she train a shark the way a person trains a dog? Were sharks much smarter than anyone knew? They were. Eugenie was the first scientist in the world to train sharks and even learned they could remember their training for at least 2 months after. So you can see she trained them to push a button and then she would feed them. Pretty smart, right? Sharks were not mindless killers. Sharks were beautiful. Sharks were smart. They deserved to be studied, protected, and loved. And Eugenie's dream was now a dream come true. So Eugenie Clark went to school. She studied hard. She became a doctor, and she really did a lot to protect sharks. She lived to be 92 years old, and she celebrated her 92nd birthday by scuba diving with a group of divers in Jordan and Israel. She did pass away in her home in 2015, but as you can see, everything that she has done has left a legacy where we are able to read a book about all of her achievements. I am so glad you guys joined me for this story. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon.
Well, thank you so much for that read aloud, Miss Cluff. We love seeing you on announcements. Well, families, we want to remind you this is our last week for announcements. We have school Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday would have been our last day. So just like we would normally, if it was a normal school week for us, we're going to have normal announcements today, Tuesday and Wednesday, but Thursday is a very special day for us. So for announcements, you will see them post at their normal time, 7:35, just like they do every morning, to Facebook and YouTube. But it is going to be a special celebration with a different format for announcements. So Miss Winkleman and I are going to be recognizing some staff, welcoming some new Brisas Geckos, and celebrating the end of our school year. So you won't want to miss that. Make sure Thursday you are watching for that very special end to the school year. All right, well, my friend Gordon is here. It's time to talk about peace. Gordon, we only have 3 more days. We're going to be voting on peace, so make sure you're voting today. You voted Friday to let us know if it was a peaceful day, and we had another day of peace. Great job, Brisas Geckos. You are doing an amazing job of being respectful, responsible, and safe. So we're going to hope for a peaceful day today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is our last day, and we're going to say see you next year. All right, at this time, we're going to say stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, have a peaceful day, and enjoy your moment of inspiration.